public service announcement. I need all my Titan fans to come on down. Grab you some popcorn, grab you a drink. Titans Coliseum in the building. Yeah, not, boy, I'm in the game. Still ballin' out, never change. I be reppin' my hometown for the whole city, really knew my name. Boss talk, I don't do favors. Yeah, we signing deals with the top players. We just started this lifestyle. We be having all kind of haters. I'm a madman, they better come get me. Wanna box me in, but I'm too shifty. If they come at me sideways, I'ma stiff on me like Derrick Henry. Now listen, we're not the same. EA Sports, boy, I'm in the game. I be reppin' my city, dog. Got a Titan logo hanging on the chain. Big money, big moves, new stadium on the way. Nashville, we hold it down. We the one team that you don't wanna play. They be trying to talk down on us. I just laugh at them and I walk away. I don't tolerate disrespect. Might shoot the fade, penny hard away. Big money, big moves, new stadium on the way. Nashville, we hold it down. We the one team that you don't wanna play. We be putting in the hard work, so we coming in with all kind of skill. I be living in the end zone. My finger roll like Tannehill. What's poppin'?
Oh, my fault. I had to say it.
Oh, man, y'all done threw it off, man. But anyway, we finna get it popping like RJ said, man. Hey, welcome to the Titans Coliseum Podcast, man. RJ, Firestar, how y'all feeling, man?
Yeah, I'm feeling good, man. Hopefully, we get us a dub this weekend, but, feeling good, man. Feeling good.
Man, yeah, feeling good. Trying to figure out how to feel about this season, what the intel of the season's going to be. I guess this week's going to be a kind of a tell for that. But, man, I'm feeling good, excited to be here, excited to talk some Titans football, man.
Man, look, man, it's Friday night, god dang it. Regardless of what the Titans got going on, man, we finna get it popping like RJ said, man. Hey, my boy, you ripped it on that intro song, too, man. We got to give you your flowers for that, man.
I appreciate
yes, sir.
it. A lot of work went into that, man. And, I don't really want y'all to see the work that we put into it, because it's like, it's better to just hear the finished product, bro. And, I'm glad that Firestone did his damn thing with the video behind it, bro. And Marako, he always hype me up, bro. You know what I'm saying? So
For sure, man. Firestone been coming with that fire on them graphics, man. I mean, shoot. Man, we told y'all, man, we trying to take this thing as far as we can take it. And, hey, man, we couldn't have done this without y'all, man. Because, I mean, if y'all didn't show up, get in them comments, like, share, subscribe to the show and all that good stuff, man, we wouldn't have had the motivation to keep this thing going. So, man, salute to everybody out there, man, watching tonight, man. Salute to everybody who done came on the show and held it down with us. And man, we finna get this thing rolling, y'all, man. Man, let me go ahead and get a word from our sponsors, and we finna get to it.
Yes, sir. Oh, shoot. So, before we start this one, I don't say definitely, Lions Den believes in power of well-groomed beards. These products aren't just about aesthetics. They are about embracing your unique style. With premium oils and balms, they got everything you need for beard that demands attention. Go to lionsdenbeardcollection.com. Use promo code Coliseum. Get 25% off your order. That is Lions Den Coliseum. Or lionsdenbeardcollection.com. Use promo code Coliseum for 25% off. This camera is not wanting to focus.
Yeah, man, your camera acting silly. Your camera ain't went had a drink tonight, have it?
Might have, bro. Might have went without me.
Yeah, man, this gonna be a technical difficulties episode, man. I think this.
Yeah, man.
There we go.
We were
Got it fixed.
on, man, but we getting to it, man. Man, y'all make sure y'all give StreamYard permission to use y'all name on here so you can get the proper recognition. But man, we really appreciate y'all watching tonight. Shout out to Nancy. Shout out to everybody watching, man. But man, let's talk about this dadgum football game, man. Cause the Titans got a football game this weekend. It's a division game. It's a game that everybody should be wanting the Titans to win, but we're in a situation to where the playoffs, they don't look like a possibility. We're gonna talk about that a little bit later, but man, we facing the Jaguars, man. I don't know about y'all, but I want my get back against the Jaguars. I don't care if we got one win. I don't care if we got all the wins. When it comes to Jacksonville, Houston, and Indianapolis, it's up. And I want to kick their ass every single day of the week, man. And before we get to the injury report, man, gonna kick it over to Firestone, get his thoughts about, you know what I'm saying, how he feeling going into the game, and then RJ, talk to the people, tell them how you feel about it.
Bruh, I'm about to use a phrase I don't use often, and y'all probably will laugh at me for this, but I'm nervously optimistic because I feel like we're kind of in a situation where, like, we kind of know, like, the season isn't going to be what we all thought this year when D-Hop came here, right? So now we're kind of being in evaluation mode, and we're kind of being like, we're not tanked, but let's ruin some other people's seasons. Let's ruin some other people's days, right? So I think this is a game where we can kind of show up. We're at home. We've done well at home this year. We ain't done well on the road, so we're at home. And I think this is a game where we can actually go out and win and just be disruptors because it is Jags football. But it makes me nervous because they got Trevor Lawrence over there. They got some good wide receivers over there. Trevor Lawrence loves to target Christian Kirk, and our pass defense is one of the worst pass defenses in the league. So if we don't get pressure on Trevor Lawrence quick and disrupt his timing, bro, they're going to have a field day against our DBs.
Yes, sir, most definitely, man. And actually, that this weekend's game is an away game. We got our home game.
I thought this one was at home. My bad.
No, this is an away game. The one we got at home in Jacksonville is actually the very last
later.
game of the season.
That's right. That's right. Damn, why was I thinking this was a home game?
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, we got either the Panthers or the Colts at home next week. I want to say the Panthers.
We got Panthers we got Panthers next, then Colts after the Panthers. But yeah, you're right. This is damn. I don't know why I thought this was a home game. That changes everything. Okay, we still win in their stadium too. I think our record's like 16-13 in their stadium, so we still have the upper hand there. But I mean, bro, we ain't done well. Yeah, it is, and we don't do well away either. So I don't know. That changes everything now. I don't know why I was thinking this was a home game.
I'll say this though. Look, man, I said it in the AFC South War Zone. I'm gonna say it here, man. We got 5 division games left, man. We done nothing but play outside teams, man. It's time for us to get in our division. And I'm telling you now, we're not going 0-5. We're gonna clip one of these. We're gonna clip at least one of these teams. We're not gonna go 0-6 in the division. Not with Mike Vrabel's head coach. He takes division games very, very seriously, and the Titans do get up for division games. But we're gonna beat somebody, man. I don't know if it's gonna be the Jags. I don't know if it's gonna be the Texans or it's gonna be the Colts. It's gonna be one of them, man. We're not going 0-5. I'm just letting you know that now. You know?
Now I want to throw this stat towards you too because I found this earlier and my phone died, so I had to get charged. So, Vrabel versus the Jags is 7-3, okay, but Doug Peterson versus the Titans, or Mike Vrabel's Titans, is 2-1. So Vrabel's 1-2 against Doug Peterson, but he's good against the Jags. So which one's really going to prevail here? Is it the way we normally handle the Jags, or is Doug Peterson going to come in here and make a difference for him?
Oh, let me answer that one right there, man. Honestly, I mean, I get everything, all the superstitions about the Titans, when the media predicts us to lose unanimously. And the Titans usually win games, and Mike Vrabel's record coming off of bias and all this, that, and the third. But I think this season is a little bit different. I mean, I don't want to tip my hand at the prediction or anything, but I mean, when it comes to the superstitions or whatnot, I feel like you, Firestone. I'm kind of nervously optimistic going into this game.
Yeah. RJ, I mean,
I'm a little bit worried just because the Jaguars got their absolute ass whooped, handed to them, and got embarrassed and exposed. I mean, let's be real here, man. They had
good point.
About they was in AFC that the AFC's best team. Like I knew it was dumb when I saw it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, they got exposed. But let's be real. But we're not that good of a football team, man. I'm just gonna be 100% right. Our offensive line is just gonna keep holding back this offense. And I just don't feel good about this game because the Jaguars' strength is our weakness. You know what I'm saying? They get to the quarterback, then they they got a good pass game. You know what I'm saying? We're just lacking in areas that the modern day NFL is selling at in today's day, man. I just feel like we can't freaking block, and with everybody is coming after the passer, and we ain't got no corners, like so. And Sean Murphy bunt out again, so.
Yeah, bro. Oh my God, that him being out, like, and that exactly what you said. Like, their strengths are our weaknesses. They get to the QB quick. We can't block for shit. So everybody's just constantly blitzing us and just playing man coverage because they can. Because they know by the time anybody hits their first, step in a break of a route, they already got to the QB really quick or gotten in the way. So. I just hope that we can get to Trevor Lawrence in this situation, and to your point as well. Ain't this like the third week in a row we've had a team that we got to play after they done got blown out and humiliated the week before us?
Man, it's a weird season, man. I mean, you should always expect something weird, in the NFL regular season. I mean, who thought, going into this season that the scoring would be down? I mean, all I heard all season was, hey, this a passing lead. We should be able to score at least 24 points a game. But here we go, and scoring is down all across the league. I mean, it's a pretty crazy situation. But before we throw this injury report up here, man, I wanted to get to two comments that kind of stuck out to me. We got our valued Facebook user. He said, hey, let's get straight to it. Y'all think Tannehill really wants to be released? Hey, man, that whole thing was some bullshit. I mean, dude got his account suspended by ESPN behind that. I mean, Tannehill ain't going nowhere this season. The next season, I mean, it is what it is. Who knows? But more than likely, Tannehill would be gone next season. Does Tannehill want to be gone right now? No, he doesn't. So, moving on to the next comment, my boy, Blueface, man, Matthew Magix. Man, I know I slaughtered your last name, bro. My bad, man. But, man, he said, way different team. We haven't won a road game in over a calendar year. Just not looking good. Also, a different Jags team, in which he got a point. I mean, the Jags don't lay down anymore. I mean, I'll talk about that some more as the show goes on. But they're a competitive team right now. As far as our last road win, man, they actually pointed this out on 102.5 today. Man, it's been a whole calendar year ever since the Titans won a road game to exactly a year today. This time last year, the Green Bay game, everybody know what happened with the Green Bay game. The Titans went up out there and looked like they had some things figured out. I mean, they had a party on the way back to Nashville, which resorted in tied down and getting the DUI. So, I mean, it's been a whole year to this day ever since the Titans have won an away game. And honest to God truth, man, I hope like hell they win this game this weekend. Fuck them draft picks.
Yeah. Bro, yeah, man.
But yeah, man, we're going to go ahead get to this injury report, man. We got Daniel Brunskill. He's questionable with an ankle. Traylon Burks out with a concussion. So is Sean Murphy Bunton. He's dealing with a thumb. He's out. Andrew Dillard, man, take all the time you need, bro. He's out with a concussion. Don't laugh.
No, I mean, but like, I know why you're saying that. Like, we really do wish you the health and everything. But, usually people say speedy recovery. No, just, make sure you're good, bro. There's no rush for you to get back. Make sure you're good first. 100% good. 100%.
Oh, my goodness.
So, moving along, man, we got Luke Gifford. He's questionable with a shin. And on the Jaguar side, Jamal Agnew will be out, which is big when it comes to special teams, man, because that dude right there, he is lightning fast. And every time we play the Jaguars and, he returns a kick or a punt, I mean, my heart just stops for a second, man, because I just know this dude right here would take it to the house faster than I can blink. But Tyson Campbell, he's going to be out with a hamstring. Anton Harrison, he's questionable with a back. Zay Jones is dealing with a knee. He's questionable. Roy Robertson Harris, he's questionable with an ankle. Parker Washington, he's questionable with a knee. And Firestone, I know you just mentioned Sean Murphy Button. I mean, that right there is a pretty big one. I saw quite a few people talking about that earlier. Man, I don't want to call the guy soft because, I mean, I'm not that man. I don't know what he feels. But at the same time, too, man, Blaine Bishop on 104.5, he talked about it earlier this week, and he kind of said the same thing that I said, that, he ain't inside that man body or whatnot. He don't know what he feel, but he said in that situation right there, and I'm paraphrasing, he probably would have just wrapped that thing up, went up out there and played. And I pretty much agree with Blaine, man. I mean, as a quarterback, as long as, you can go out there, run and, defend passes or whatnot, you should be able to go. And when you take a thumb out of the equation, if I'm really thinking about it, the only impact that really has is, when you going up to try to catch an interception or whatnot, but you can, still knock the ball down or whatnot. But we really
The only thing.
Go ahead.
The only thing I can think of, though, like why he can, because like that's what I think too, is like catching. But the only other thing I can think of why he would be out with a thumb injury is it's drastically hurting his ability to make tackles. That's the only thing I could think of. Like, he can't wrap up and grab people, and people are breaking tackles there easily on him. And then, once teams are going to figure that out, you're going to be a detriment. So that's the only thing I can think of. But, man, a thumb seems like something kind of weird at a DB position just to be out of. So it has to be affecting tackling.
Yeah, it's got, he probably can't be as physical as he want to be physical too, because his thumb, I don't know. It is, like you said, it's a weird injury. I've never seen nobody be out for a thumb for this long.
Yeah, man. We got Mr. Jones in the building with us tonight, man.
Let me get at this comment, man. Bro. Like, our offensive line got to give Henry enough time to get to 20 carries. Like, we run the ball with Henry 10 times and he only got 20 yards because the line don't want to block. We're not gonna get to 20 carries. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be 3 and out.
Facts.
I get this comment and I get what they're saying, but that all that shows to me is that the offensive line had a good day that day. So.
Yeah, man. I mean, they got to block for that man in order for him to get the ball that many times. Because I mean, if he's not getting the yards and he's getting stuffed in the backfield, I mean, they're gonna go to something else, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, when the O-line is blocking as bad as ours, bro, you don't even have to really come out there with the game plan. You just got to come out there with a few blitz schemes and be like, all right, let's see if we can get to them quicker than they can block us. And 9 times out of 10, they are right now. And they're not even really having to be too crazy of their blitz schemes either. A lot of them, they're just, all right, everybody go, pick a man and go. They're not, some teams are running some stunts and some maneuvers on us, but most of the stunts and maneuvers that are happening are just naturally happening with how people are just getting blocked and people find the hole and go hit it. So, bro, this O-line is atrocious.
Yeah, yo, Chief, what's happening with you, fella? D9, what's happening with you? Kick it to the King Productions, man. That's our partner, Josh Mickles, man. Hey, man, prayers up to you, brother. How you doing, man? I hope you have a blessed weekend, man. Shout out to everybody watching tonight, man. We got one of our most valued, loyal viewers in the building, running Sneed, man. Man, we really appreciate y'all, man. Most definitely.
And kind of to that point, too, where it's like, hey, we need to let Henry run 20 times. We do, but also when the defense can't get off on third down and the score constantly keeps going up, we can't just keep doing those small runs. We can only keep doing those small runs that way on a defense when the game is close or within, like, one score. So once defense can't get off on third down and other people's offense are going on there, we got to start figuring out how to, like, okay, then make them think we're running, then play action and get some passes going.
Like I
Man,
said, even Mr. John comment down here, I get what you're saying. I
Yeah.
understand. We've all seen Derrick Henry runs turn from 1-2 yards to 3 to 4 to 5 to 6, but we're not doing that because the offensive line can't block. I'm telling you, I'm watching it. You watched it. You watched the Tampa Bay Bucks game. I knew we wasn't gonna run the ball that day. When the first carry Derrick Henry got, he got stuffed with a 2 yard loss. Like I said, yeah, bro, it's gonna be a long day. We can't block him. Like it was the first play. I knew we couldn't block them. I mean,
yeah, man. Let's talk about that for a second, y'all. Like Ronnie just brought up, man. He said he don't like the slick talk about Burks because I think he has a more serious concussion more than anything. And man, it's an unfortunate situation what Burks is going through. I mean, most definitely, man. You don't like to see anybody get injured, especially with a concussion, and with all that's going on with CTE or whatnot. I mean, a concussion, I mean, it's a very, delicate thing nowadays or whatnot. Back in the gap, they used to didn't think about no concussions. Hey, a dude was getting concussions and getting right up, going to play the next play, but the safety
Troy
of the
Aikman.
players. Yeah, man, the safety,
Yeah.
safety of the players, man. Today is just a different game. So, I mean, I don't fault Traylon for, dealing with the concussions. I mean, it is what it is. But at the same time, I mean, when he's out on the field, that's when, I, critique him. And right now, when he's out on the field, I mean, he's not even noticeable, man. I mean, and when you do notice him, I mean, he'd have made a great catch this season, whatnot. He made a couple of catches, but he usually up out there dropping balls too. And when he gets back, I hope that he, health is together and he's able to stay on the field. With that said, as well, I mean, he's got to be more productive when he's out there.
Yeah, and I mean, like, right, like we want you healthy. We pray no injury on nobody, but injuries is a part of this game, and that is what's tallying up on your side of as you as a player more than anything now. And yeah, these concussions are a serious thing too. So that's not like soft talk. All that needs to go away. It's not softness, but it's just knowing that maybe your body ain't built for this level. Some people can't take these impacts and how fast the things move, how hard people hit, and then that makes you take more injury. So with you having two serious concussions, because that Philly game, he got that concussion. This game or the last game, you got the concussion. Now these are kind of serious. These are head hit really hard. So just from a health standpoint, are you even going to be able to come back and play on the field, or is somebody going to come and hit you and we're going to catch another concussion? Now, like, once you start getting one concussion, it starts making it easier to get more. So that's something we got to seriously think about now moving forward, is when is the next concussion going to come? Because it's going to come for you, and how easy does it come? We got to figure out how to protect him better too if we're going to have him out there on the field, not leaving him out there. But that last one, he just went up for the ball and then fell to the ground, and his head hit the ground, so it wasn't even a hit. So it's just some odd things that's going on with Traylon that's not going to his way, and he's just not producing outside of injuries of what a first-round wide receiver is expected to produce.
RJ, I want to ask you this question right here, man. Sticking on the Traylon Burks subject, man. Let's say if Traylon Burks was balling, or just not even balling, just, let's say if Traylon Burks was actually productive when he's out there on the field, do you feel like Titans fan would be more lenient towards his situation or understanding towards his situation?
do you mean like basically just him getting hurt all the time? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, man, because I mean, I feel like with some fans or whatnot, I mean, they not even, acknowledging, the injury or whatever outside of, oh, he injured too much, he's soft, he ain't doing nothing on the field, that type of thing. So I'm asking you, if he was out there balling, or if he was out there, being productive, would they be more, lenient or understanding towards his injury situation?
Oh yeah, because like you can see the potential in the player. Like right now, we don't know what the hell Burks is because like he can't stay on the freaking field, and when he's on the field, it's like it's always something. Either he get locked up or he may make a big play every now and then to catch or throw a deep ball to him, but it's like every time Levis has thrown him a deep ball, it's been out of bounds. Like it's like, dang, bro, just come down with it in bounds. You know what I'm saying? Like DeAndre Hopkins do it. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is though, like I still think you gotta wait on Burks, man. I hate to say it, but like he has 2 more years left in that contract before we really can figure out what we're gonna do if we're gonna pay him or pick up his last option. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta wait on him. I mean, hopefully DeAndre Hopkins can help him out in the offseason a little bit. But hopefully, we can see some improvement out of him because I mean, so far I haven't seen nothing from Burks that says that he's going to be on. He's going to get a second contract from us.
No, man, to me, he's kind of been producing worse than Corey Davis has been for us, just outside the injuries. So if you just leave the injuries outside alone, just when he is on the field, he's quiet a lot of times. Like last year, he was making some plays, splash plays here and there, a couple of games, cool. But this year, bro, he's dropping more than half the balls thrown his way. He's not bringing balls in inbounds. He's not getting open. He's constantly got somebody on him. There's games where, like, if you was at least putting up some 100-yard games here and there, these people wouldn't be on you so hard, but you're a first-round pick. And for some people, they can't let it go. You're a first-round pick that we traded for AJ for, so they're even harder on your ass. But you're, at bare minimum, you're a first-round wide receiver that should be doing more than this, and it's just time for you to step up. We had hope with how you did in the offseason, how you worked and everything like that, but sometimes these injuries are an unlucky thing, but they're a part of the game, and we got to figure out who can actually stay on the field for us, and when they're on the field, who can be productive.
I just say it like this, man. I just think that after Burks, man, we need to stop drafting wide receivers in the first round if we're gonna keep trying to be this run first, push them around type team. Our first round picks need to go to the line of scrimmage, man. I'm sorry, if the way we trying to play, push people around and come after the quarterback, we need to spend our first round picks on offensive and defensive linemen moving forward, man. I feel like Skoronski was a good pick. And I mean, Jeffrey Simmons is hit. Look at the people that's hit in the first round for us. It's just been offensive linemen and D linemen. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just the type of team that we are, and we have to take pride in it. We got to build around it. We got to make that our strength moving forward. Because when you look at it, like I said, what we want to be is what the San Francisco 49ers are. I'm just telling you now that they play the same type of ball we have, but they have a little bit more in the passing game than we do. But I think that's what we're trying to move forward to and trying to be like. You know what I'm saying? That's why we got Rand Carthon. That's why we liked what he was bringing along, because that's what we're trying to be. So
do you think that they're going to try to use like Phillips, and if Traylon was doing right, but if Traylon and Phillips kind of like how they use Debo, not as good as Debo, but like utility wise like Debo? Is that what you think they're trying to do with like Phillips?
I think they were trying to do it with Burks, but Burks can't stay healthy. You know what I'm saying? Even Debo Samuel can't really stay healthy either. But you see, I mean, look at the 49ers. If you look at their like first round draft picks, in my opinion, you got Nick Bosa. You know what I'm saying? You got multiple they've had good line of scrimmage draft picks, man. And I think moving forward, we should do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? We should always be elite. We should always be elite on the line of scrimmage if we want to win a Super Bowl. And I feel like they tried to spend a first round pick on Trey Lance and wound up not working. But you see, they're doing the same thing. Like they spend a first round pick on somebody that isn't on the line of scrimmage and they don't hit. Their 2 wide receivers are a second round pick, which is Brandon Ayuk, and third round pick in Debo Samuel. George Kittle's a 5th round pick. You get what I'm saying? Like none of these are first round picks.
Yeah, but I mean, I kind of agree with you there because, like, okay, we do got to figure out this O-line. We do, and we don't have luck picking wide receivers in the first round. It seems like that. So, but bro, if we're gonna try to be run offense and run a lot, then we need to invest in a defense that can get people off the field. So D-line should have enough right now to actually get to that. What's not helping us is that back front. So maybe a DB in that first round, we can go get somebody that can shut down at least one side of the field, so that gives that D-line some time to get to the pass rusher and start disrupting some things too. But yeah, you're right, bro. We haven't had any luck with wide receivers in the first round quite some time. Kenny Britt was, it.
Man, we ain't had no luck with wide receivers. Kenny Britt, he came in and, he had some good stretches of games, but outside of that, and that's been one of the things that been frustrating Titans fans for so long. Like, why is it so hard for us to find a good, consistent wide receiver? And when we finally found one, we went traded his ass away. So I
I'm looking at
mean,
I'm looking at this is the San Francisco 49ers first round draft picks. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna name all the guys that they've drafted since 2015 in the first round. 2015, they got Eric Armstead, who's still on their team. He's on the D line. DeForest Buckner, we know what he is on the Colts, but you remember he was on the 49ers. He was dominant then. That's a hit, in my opinion, even though they didn't pay him. They got Joshua Garnett, who's probably not paying for them. I mean, he's not playing for them right now. Solomon Thomas, who was also on the D line. You know what I'm saying? Like they got Mike McGlinchey, who's still on there. He was one of the top free agent tackles at that point in time. Nick Bosa, Javon Kinlaw. You get what I'm saying? Like, look how they're drafting. They drafted a whole like defensive line in the first round. You get what I'm saying? So
Man, where did they get Bosa at?
yeah,
First round too, right?
Yeah, he's the first round. He was the number 2 pick. You know what I'm
Bro,
saying?
that's the thing too. Like some of these teams got Bosa's and Watts on their defense, and them motherfuckers are just disruptors on defense. That's unreal.
Yeah,
and you have to look at the 49ers
'49ers.
and how they rebuild. We'll talk about it a little bit later too.
Mm-hmm.
But man, they probably the 49ers, it looks to me like, they have a down season and then they bounce back and have a couple good seasons. Then they have another down season, they bounce back up. They're able to do that because they draft so well and not giving too much away. But my feelings towards the rebuild aren't the same as my feelings towards the rebuild this time around isn't the same that I felt about our last rebuild. But man, we gonna get back to this Jacksonville game, man. We're gonna get into the keys to victory because Lord knows I hope the Titans beat the stank off the Jaguars. I hope they beat the Jaguars so bad that the Jaguars actually go back to remembering who they really are, in which they are the dumpster fire of the AFC South. And I hope they beat them and make them understand that, and they go right back to their loser ways. But keys to victory, my key to victory, rattle Trevor Lawrence. I watched that 49ers game. I don't watch plenty of games, Trevor Lawrence or whatnot, but I watched that 49ers game this past weekend, man. And man, look, man, they rattled Trevor Lawrence. They got to Trevor Lawrence and they rattled him. That's all you really got to do to this dude. I mean, yes, he's good, but you can rattle him. And when you rattle Trevor Lawrence, that's when he get to throwing all those inaccurate passes. He'll cough the ball up. He'll throw interceptions. I mean, and the Titans actually have the front to get to him. It just boils down to actually getting to the dude. So I believe if they rattle Trevor Lawrence this weekend, they have a damn good shot to win this football game.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard too because like we need to get to the QB, right, and rush, but also at the same time, when you get a rush coming your way, what's the thing you do on offense to try to get to counter that blitz? You run screens. So we can't get to the QB, and when we start getting some pressure, they run screens, and we can't stop screens neither. So it's like, bro, we just can't never get pressure on the QB that actually matters and affects the offense.
Yeah, that's another thing too, man. They gonna have to get it together in the screen game, man. I mean,
we're probably going. I think
killed.
moving forward, we're gonna to negate all these blitzes. We're gonna have to screen, bro. Like it's like the Tampa Bay. It's like they figured us out, man. They said, bro, we just gonna have to blitz on damn near every other play. Their offensive line is that bad. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I look at it like this coming into, and this is my key to victory: is dominate the line of scrimmage, man. If you really want to expose this Jacksonville Jaguar team for who they really are, you got to win on the line of scrimmage. That's all I watch. You go watch the tape on the 49ers. The 49ers when they played them last week, all they did was dominate the line of scrimmage. That they got to the quarterback, they pushed Jacksonville around. They did whatever they want to them. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I don't know if we have the line of scrimmage to do that. But if we really want to win this game, we're gonna have to win on the line of scrimmage. It's gonna come down to that.
We got the defense to do it, but offensive wise,
but our defense get tired, bro. Like our offense don't be doing that.
That's what I worry about with the defense. They can come out hot, but then if the offense ain't sustaining drives, they gonna mess around and get tired, and then that's when they get to missing tackles, blowing assignments, allowing big plays. So, man, this offensive line thing, man, it's got to get fixed, man, because it's affecting not only the offense but the defense.
Yeah, no, and it's something that we ain't brought up either, or talked about much this week or on the show either. But this is Arden's key return to Jacksonville, right? So let Arden, hey, this is time to show up again. Can you show up like you did week 1 against some Saints? Can you do that for us? Because this is the time for you to show what your former team missed out on and why you came here and left there. Like it's time to show. But for me, mine is simple, bro. We have talked about this all year. I wasn't gonna put too much effort into this. It's just block. Can we block? Just get in front of somebody, actually block. Whether O-line, these running backs, these wide receivers on screen plays when we're trying to get plays to go downfield. Just block when it's called upon you to block. Whether it's run game, pass game, get in front of your man, stay in front of your man. Don't let them penetrate the pocket. Just give this offense some time to do something, anything. Run the ball, pass the ball, just moving the chains. All we need is 3 to 4 yards a play. That's all we need to keep that offense on the field, to keep that defense off the field and give them the time. We ain't got to go get chunk plays. Just block for us and let's complete an average of 3, 4, 5 yards per play, and we'll be fine in this game.
Facts, man. Facts. Good stuff, too, y'all, man. And Firestone, I think you said it best, man. Just block, because that's what's causing the Titans all these games. The offensive line. They can't block, and when they can't block, they can't run the ball, can't pass the ball, and they off the field, 3 and out, and then the defense is out there longer than you want them to be out there, and before you know it, they are tired. So block, 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 and it goes hand in hand with what RJ said, man. Win the battle up front. I mean, it's simple, man. The Titans, they suck right now because they not good at handling the simple tasks.
Bro, we're only as strong as your weakest link, right? And our weakest link on defense is the pass defense, which is, I think, ranked 26th, 29th in the NFL. And then our weakest link on offense is our offensive line, which is one of the worst in the NFL, if not the worst in the NFL. So, like, our weakest links are some of the worst performing in the NFL, and it's not good for us.
Right. Man, let's go ahead and change courses. So let's say the Titans do win this game or whatever. Do they have a real shot of winning the division? And
No.
And RJ, we're gonna actually, let you talk about that one first, man.
No. No. We're just not good enough on the line of scrimmage, bro. I'm sorry. If we had a left tackle that I believed in, if we had an outside pass rusher that I believed in, then I'll be in here, telling y'all, yeah, we might have a chance. But nah, bro, I just don't see it, bro. We just not good enough on line. People are taking advantage of it, bro. You know what I'm saying? They can see it on film. Like,
now, mind you, we have 8 games left. 5 of those games are division games. So, if we can go out here and win the rest of these division games, not all of them, but majority of them, we should be in a pretty good chance to do that. I mean, I don't think so, but the season's never over. But I'm with RJ. Our weaknesses are too much of a weakness for people to exploit, and they're going to exploit it the further our season goes on. And especially if we get into the playoffs, people's definitely going to exploit it then. So I don't see it, but at the same time, we usually play good against our divisional rivals, and it don't matter whose people's records are when those divisional games come. And I can see us, doing enough to stop these divisional teams, and then it comes to that crazy ass math at the end of the year that we might get in. Plus, some of these teams that was looking good, they got injuries. Joe Burrow's out for the year. Buffalo's really messing up. The Baltimore just lost Mark Andrews. So there's some teams in the AFC as well that's starting to get injured at some serious positions that could start falling off and make other ways if we can start picking up and play some games right. But I'm not too optimistic about it.
Facts. Hey, man, shout out to Titan Fox in the building, man. Thanks for coming through, bro. Shout out to Jonathan, too, man. Thank everybody for watching tonight, man. And I actually wanted to go to something that Titan Fox said. He said, we suck on both sides of the line of scrimmage, and you all know it. True enough. I mean, shit, it's obvious. I mean, we do suck. But let me throw this at you. Which side of the ball has a personnel problem? Let me ask you that. Matter of fact, RJ, go ahead and answer that. Which side of the ball has the personnel problem?
Yeah, I gotta go offense, man. I just feel like our defense does have somewhat of a personnel problem because I feel like we need an outside edge rusher that can get to the quarterback. And I'm not really liking what I've seen from Harold Landry, even though he has like 5'6". But left tackle position,
5.
though. Yeah, that left tackle position, dude. It's just you can't have a bad left tackle in the NFL, man. You're not gonna do nothing. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna always run into a pass rusher that's gonna exploit it, and your quarterback can't see. You know what I'm saying? Him coming, and he's gonna get hit. You look at Vita Vea getting to the quarterback, and you see Will Levis can see him. You know, you can't really sizzle behind you pressure. You know. So.
Yeah, no, I agree with that because our biggest problems is O-line and DB, right? But if the O-line could block, the defense can stay on the offense can stay on the field a lot longer and get some, drives going. That helps the defense not being on the field. You can have the best defense in the league, but if your offense is consistently going 3 and out, that defense is going to break at some point because they're tired. They're human beings. They're going to get exhausted constantly going out there and playing majority of the game. So I'm with RJ. We got to go get O-line set first because that's going to then also help the defense because they're not on the field as much. So it don't matter if we ain't fully fixed them yet. Our offense is helping them stay off the field.
And you saw that in the Pittsburgh game too, because y'all saw in the Pittsburgh game how the Pittsburgh defense, they were coming at us all guns blazing. But as the game went on, they got tired too. And, the Titans offensively wouldn't even just, sustaining drives like that. It was pretty much Pittsburgh defense Pittsburgh's offense not being able to sustain drives. So, like Firestone said, man, you can have the best defense in the world, but if they out there too long, they gonna get tired.
Facts.
Yeah, man. So, Firestone, back to the topic we were talking about, man. So, if the Titans do win this game, man, do you think they have a real shot of winning the division?
I don't. I'm optimistic and hopeful because how we're seeing some things going on with injury prone. Trevor Lawrence and the Jags really ain't been looking too good. For me, Colts, I don't. They're going to be a difficult game, but I don't see them winning the division. We're going to get that figured out. Houston, the CJ's been doing good, but at some point he's going to play like a rookie at this year, and it's getting towards the end of the year. People start figuring things out, more tape, see how you're playing. Cold weather ball, that's when we see really how people are, and if you're really a football player. I know he came from Ohio State, so maybe he is good in cold weather, but NFL's different, so we're going to see. But I don't have faith in this offensive line to be able to give us time to do anything that's going to let us compete in this league at this point in time.
Yeah, man. I pretty much feel the same way. Offensive line. Technically,
that's all we
get this out the way. Technically, if the Titans win this game, yes, they do have a shot at winning the division. But just looking at this team or whatnot and how bad the offensive line is, I can say this with all the confidence in the world, man. The Titans do have the worst offensive line in the league. I don't care what the stats say for anybody else, but the Titans, when you cut on that tape, you see that they had the worst offensive line in the league. I mean, shoot, our quarterback can't even get good until they drops or whatnot. They can't even go through their all the way through their progressions before they're either trying to run for their life or they end up getting lit up, man. And it is pretty ridiculous. And even if we do win this game, I mean, I wouldn't be looking for us to win the division. But at the same time, too, I mean, shit, the NFL is a crazy, crazy league, and we've seen firsthand what could happen late in season. I'm not gonna write them off, but at the same time, I'm not going to expect them to go on this big, long, spectacular run at the end of the season just because of the state of the offensive line.
Bro, honestly, like, if we're going to do it, though, all right, if we're just saying, all right, let's play devil's advocate here, right? Okay, we're not going to act like our offensive line is not trash and our DBs can sometimes step up. Let's just play that scenario, right? If we do try to win and go to and win this division, what we're going to have to do is win we're going to have to at least win all those 5 games against the division. We can lose those other 3, but we got to win all 5 games against the division, because then that way all their losses would be against us. We will have that all against there, and our wins are going to stack up, and then that'll hopefully, with their losses happening to us, we will catch up. Because if we beat Jags here and we beat Jags again, we're 3 games behind them now. We just need you to lose one more game, and we got the tiebreaker, right? The other 2 teams are ahead of us with 2 wins. So if we beat them in those other rounds, minus Houston, because Houston, we already played Houston, right? Or no, we already played Colts. So
we already played the Colts.
Yeah, so that'll help us then. We need them to lose 1 time. So if we're going to do it, it's going to have to be we must win them 5 divisional games. The other 3 we can lose, and then we got to hope for one more loss by Colts and Jags to help us out. But we definitely got to win those divisional round games.
But you know, it go by overall at the end of the day, too. So, I mean, honest to God, true, the Titans will have to win out to even have a chance.
But that gives us a chance because of the wins that we are stacking up are also losses for them at the same time. You get what I'm saying? Rather than, okay, we win against, Panthers, but then we lose against Colts or Houston. Like, we want them to lose games against us because that's a double-edged sword for us, to where we get a win, they get a loss, we catch up at the same time. Rather, it's a week where we can get a win and they can also get a win that same week. We want them to take that loss. But, yeah, ideally win all of them. But at bare minimum, we got to win those 5 divisional games.
Okay, let's change courses a little bit, man. I mean, we all feel like the Titans don't have a real shot of winning the division, even if they win this game this Sunday. But Jacksonville, let's talk about Jacksonville for a little bit. Now, if the Jags just so happen to lose this game Sunday, how would y'all feel about the Jags going forward? Do y'all feel like the Jags could blow this division like the Titans blew this division last year?
Yes, they're a very overrated football team. I've been saying it since I seen them get blown out by the Texans earlier in the season. I said this team isn't that good. Like, they probably gonna beat up on some teams that they're better than, but come on, let's be real. The Jaguars, for what I've seen, are very mediocre, and they're gonna get exposed when they play some of them top AFC teams. The real top AFC teams, not them.
Yeah, and to that too, if we beat them too, like it's easy for them to come back off of one adversity, one loss Cincinnati. But once they start stacking losses, especially against games they think they should win, and one's a blowout like just happened last week, then they lose to us. Like, that starts getting into their head, and once they start questioning, that Jags team starts like falling apart once there's a little bit of adversity that lasts longer than a week or 2. So, yeah, I would think that because they've been so hyped up, well, we just got blown out. Then the Titans just beat us with a losing record. They don't even got an O-line. That doubt would start creeping into their systems, and that's what the Jags do. Once doubt starts creeping in, they just let it eat them alive.
And that's why I said, man, I hope we beat them so bad they remember who they really are. But I'm going to read off Jacksonville's upcoming schedule, man, and y'all tell me, what I'm saying, what y'all think about this right here. I mean, of course, they got us coming up this weekend. Then they got to turn around and play another division game against the Texans, in which we know what happened the first time they played the Texans.
And they gotta play them in Houston.
Yeah, all right. Next,
I look, as much as I don't like the Texans, man, I definitely want to see the Jags blow this season after last year, bro. It was always the Jags.
it would be lovely. I mean, help all them other teams or whatever. I mean, honest to God, truth, I could care less who wins this division, but I mean, if Houston could sneak them, I'm not gonna be mad at all.
Bro, I just know I don't want Jags winning it because we're not going to hear the end of it for another whole offseason again. I don't want to hear that shit. And I don't want to see a Gardner Minshew-led Colts win the damn division either because them damn Colts fans ain't never going to let that shit go down. Oh, y'all had Josh QBs. I was out. You still couldn't beat the black. Bro, so I guess I'm rooting for Houston with the...
Yeah,
from the south to that.
Bad though, right? We're rooting for Houston. Like,
at least I can say it's a
rookie
rookie
brother to win the division.
I just don't want to see the Jags winning. And like Firestone said, don't nobody want to see Gardner Minshew in the dadgum playoffs.
Yeah, I just, bro, maybe little brother got to win it one of these times, man. You know what I'm saying, bro.
But yeah, man, let me just read off Jacksonville's schedule. Now, last night game, I mean, shoot, man, we watched, two of the best players at their position, two of the best players in the league, man. They out for the season, Joe Burrow and Mark Andrews, man. And the Jags have the Bengals coming up on December the 4th, man. And we all saw how it went with the Bengals backup quarterback, man. Dude was out there looking so silly. But that changes things, man. I do expect Jacksonville to win that game. But turning around, they got to go right back in the AFC North. And they got to face the Browns. So how do y'all feel about Jacksonville going up against the Browns?
Damn. Why do they get these teams after the QBs as their starting QBs are out? Ain't that some bullshit? Ain't, man? Oh.
Bro, they're gonna look so overrated when they get to the playoffs.
So, a Bengals, no Joe Burrow. A Browns, no Deshaun Watson.
And they're still going to find a way to lose.
Oh, my God.
They could to the Browns, man. I think Browns going to be starting a rookie quarterback, DMR, or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean,
he didn't look good last time, but he didn't have a lot of time to prep either. He heard the day before that he was going to start and stuff, so he didn't have much preparation, but he didn't look good, though.
Right. I mean, shoot, Josh Dobbs out here giving dudes hope, man. I mean, shoot,
bro, I tried to tell you, and I saw somebody in the comments, talking about Tannehill behind this bad O-line and everything. And I was trying to say for a long time, I was like, man, I know a lot of people's on Tannehill, but I think Tannehill knows how to work this badness and maneuver around a lot better than some of these other people do because he's been here so much and knows some people's tendencies that he kind of knows that, all right, such and such is going to get beat on the right side, such and such is going to get beat on the left side. But no, we trying to see that, bro, Tannehill was getting beat the fuck up back there, and it's hard to maneuver and operate in that pocket, even for Will Levis.
I love Josh Dobbs, man. He's my guy, man. Big volunteer, man, to the day. Big on guy. But, bro, he's not going to make this team better, bro. He was bro, we would have been right where we're at now with Josh Dobbs, the quarterback. Maybe a couple more points, but we'd be right back right here at 3-6. He's not gonna make a bad team good. He's not that damn good. Come on now.
So since we're talking about Dobbs, I got a question to propose to y'all. And I was, after watching him and how he's played and done everything since after us, do y'all think Josh Dobbs is the new Ryan Fitzpatrick? Is he the new journeyman QB?
I think he is, man. I like to. I'm cool. I'm cool with it, man. I need a volunteer QB to do something. We ain't had one since Peyton Manning. You feel me?
I know you was happy.
Was the last one.
He might have a home up there in Minnesota, man. Before I, get to that right there, man. Shout out to Willie Jones, man. He in the building with us tonight, man. Shout out to Moneyline Mills for joining us as well, man. Shout out to everybody watching tonight, man. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, tell a friend about us. all that good stuff, man. But
Yeah, especially on Facebook. If you're on Facebook and you watch it right now, share for us, like for us. All that helps us very, very much so. So definitely hit that share button for us.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. But Josh Dobbs, man, like I said, man, he might have a home up there in Minnesota, man. I mean, them dudes up there, they look like they love this guy, and he's playing with a let me see what how can I say this? A bigger level of confidence, man. I mean, from what I've saw of Josh Dobbs this year, I've seen kind of a different Josh Dobbs than I saw with the Titans last season, man. I mean, what I'm seeing from Josh Dobbs this year is he finally knows that he's good. I mean, is he perfect? No. I mean, he still make mistakes about there, but he understands what he does best, and he doesn't shy away from what he does best. And when a guy's out there confident, I mean, he can play to his highest level, and the teammates feed off of that stuff, man. So I believe that's what you see in Minnesota, and this could mess around. I know y'all mentioned, Ryan Fitzpatrick, Josh Dobbs, the new journeyman of the league, man. But honest to God truth, this could turn into a Geno Smith type situation.
Well, I mean, Fitzpatrick was there at the Jets for a little bit. I mean, it just seemed like he was there until they drafted somebody younger. But, bro, I've been very impressed with how Josh Dobbs was been playing and how he plays. And under the circumstances, bro, he was out there, came for us, within like 6 days, he got the starting job with us. Was throwing passes, running plays, and routes that he's never even ran with these receivers yet, was making passes. Got to Minnesota, didn't even know some of these guys' name, didn't even know where the home locker room was to get changed, and went out there and balled out with these people without having any prior, chemistry. It's unreal to see somebody step up at that level who's been sitting here as a backup and on practice squads to step up and handle it. Like, I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah, man. I mean, Dobbs, man. Salute to him too, man. Because shoot, he went to the Vikings under a similar circumstance as he did with the Titans. With the Titans, he came in, started the game with only 11 days, and then against the Vikings or whatnot. Shoot, man, he didn't even know the players' names up out there, and he went up out there and helped them, win the game. And man, that right there, man, it's a beautiful thing to see going on in Minnesota, man. So salute to them, man. I wish them the best up there in the NFC North.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I do want to see Dobbs do good. I said whenever he got that opportunity to go to Minnesota, I put a smile on my face. I said this is the time he finally got a team that he can get behind. So they got talent. I feel like he could get them to where they're trying to get to. And that's to the playoffs. I don't know what he's gonna do come playoff time. I mean, the NFC got some good teams in there, but man, if he can just get them to the playoffs, man, maybe he can stay there for a couple of years. It's Kirk Cousins' last year. With that team, and he played good. So
facts. I mean, that's something that's going to be really
come back too.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to say, ain't he doing it without Justin Jefferson right now too? So like, if you let him out there really with a blocking line and some wide receivers, bro, Josh Dobbs really might come out there and excel.
Yeah, man. Facts, man. Facts. But yeah, man. Before we move along, man. Y'all mentioned the Detroit Lions, man. And actually, man, I done ran into a few Lions fans throughout the week here, and I ran into a Lions fan today. Man, being some of the guys, man, we got out there and done some dope shit, man. We fed over 100 people in Nashville today, man. And shout out to everybody that was involved in that, man. I mean, shoot, man, it was a heartwarming situation, man. And I'm just blessed that we were in position to, bless the people that came before us, man. So shout out to them, man. But like I said, man, I ran into a Lions fan at our dinner today, man. And you know, how Lions fans are responding to this season, man. I mean, usually you run into a Lions fan, they had a head, man, I'm a Lions fan. But now this year it's like I'm a Lions fan, and
Yeah,
they walk with a different little swag to them now, man. And I was just thinking about the Titans, man, and we back to the point where we got our head down, man. We tight. I don't got my head down. I tell anybody fan, man, look, I'm a Titans fan. It is what it is. I'm riding the dime behind this team, man. And
yeah, same.
man, I'm just waiting to get back to that, man. That point where, man, everybody just, you know what I'm saying, excited to be a Titans fan.
And I just look, as much as we're right now with 3-6, things are looking bleak. I like where we're at right now because right now we can figure out what the hell we're gonna be moving forward, man. We got time to think, you know what I'm saying, as a franchise moving forward of what we can want to be and what we're gonna try to do. You know what I'm saying? It just seemed like with J-Rob was the GM, man. It just felt like we were just grabbing motherfuckers from anywhere and putting it on the team and just patchworking every little thing, and I'm like, it ain't gonna work, man. You know what I'm saying? I just had to just realize it, bro. The stuff we was doing, bro, to try to get a Super Bowl, bro, that's not how you get there, bro. There's a reason nobody was picking us, bro. You know what I'm saying? There was a reason that they didn't talk about us on the media because they knew it's a waste of time. They're not gonna win with the shit with the moves that they're making, man. And we used to look at the draft boards and draft grades with J-Rob, and it'd be F's, D's. You get what I'm saying? They knew when we drafted these guys they weren't good. You know what I'm saying? For us to not pan out, it shows you right then and there. And then when we get to Rand Carthon, so as much as we bashed that draft, it got A's, A pluses, A's, and all these other A's and stuff. And I'm like, did he really just prove me wrong? You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I didn't look at none of these players. You get what I'm saying? I ain't look at Tajay Spears. I so as hell didn't want Will Levis. And I was like, Peter Skoronski, I don't want him. I want Paris Johnson. You know what I'm saying? We all said that, did we not?
Yeah.
And, you know what I'm saying? And things are just different with the GM, man. I just feel like he doesn't panic. He's very, very calm, you know what I'm saying, with his selections. And I just feel like moving forward, man, I feel good. I feel confident with him, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll say this about the media thing or whatnot, RJ. I mean, true enough, I mean, they were right, but see, here's my problem with the media when it comes to the Titans. They do so much hating and trolling when they actually speaking some truth. We take it as hate because when we good, how's the national media treating the Titans? They always trying to throw some type of salt at us or whatever. Yeah. They always messing up our players' names. They always finding some type of way to disrespect. So when people say stuff like, the media were right, it proves that, they actually know what they're talking about. Man, my thoughts about the national media is F the national media, because guess what? When the Titans get back on top, they going to be right there hating. They going to act like we ain't got a single superstar up over here. Y'all thought it with A.J. Brown. I told people when A.J. Brown was with the Titans, A.J. Brown is a top 5 wide receiver, but he doesn't get the opportunities that other wide receivers get. Now, he done went to the Eagles, and guess what? Hell, he's probably the best wide receiver in the league, arguably the best wide receiver in the league. We got Tyreek Hill out there balling too, but hey, A.J. Brown, he's doing his thing, and now he's getting all this recognition with the Eagles that he would never have gotten in Tennessee, even if he came in here and, caught 100 and something passes and had 1,400 dadgum yards, man. They wouldn't have gave him no credit in Tennessee. That's why I said, man, F the national media. I don't give a damn what they say about the Titans, good or bad.
I agree with that to an extent. But I will say this, though. Like, I feel like the team that Rand Carthon is going to build, they're going to give us our credit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yes, they're gonna throw shots with the Titans. But I will say this, though. They have been saying a lot of good things about the Titans lately with the stuff Rand Carthon's been doing. I think the media likes Rand Carthon. I think that they like Will Levis. And for what they said about Levis, I mean, they haven't said nothing bad about Will Levis. You know what I'm saying? Even though we
hating on him with C.J. Stroud before, you know it.
No, they
they'll get the hate on him with or what's in the Anthony Richardson. They'll get to hating on him with Anthony Richardson. Or, what's these incoming quarterback? Caleb Pretty
Williams.
Nails, whatever. Yeah, the dude with the pretty little fingernails or whatever. They'll get to hate on with him. I mean, shoot, I don't put nothing past this national media, man. Delaney Walker said it a while back, man. And RJ, you've been saying it damn near every single week on this show, man. We're not gonna get any respect around here until we win a Lombardi. And honest to God truth, I don't see us getting no respect when we win that. Because
we're gonna get two.
Man, look here. Everybody seen, and I'm gonna go to the NBA for a little bit for an example. Everybody saw the not the Denver Broncos, but the Denver Nuggets.
Yeah.
The Denver Nuggets win an NBA championship last year. You want to know how much the national media talked about that team outside of the Joker? They didn't even talk, but they barely recognized the Joker. And hell, he was the freaking MVP of the finals. So I see the Titans winning the Lombardi the same way I see the Denver Nuggets winning an NBA championship. Yeah, they'll say, the Titans won the Super Bowl, but it's gonna go right back to
the Cowboys.
Some team. Yeah, the Cowboys. It's gonna go right back to the Cowboys. Is this the year for the Cowboys? How did Patrick Mahomes let the Tennessee Titans beat him in an AFC championship game?
That's what I was about to say.
The Philadelphia Eagles let that game. The narrative wouldn't be about the Titans. It would be about those other teams.
Bro, it'd be like, and this is what they could have done. If the Eagles would have done this, they would have won the Super Bowl. Or if such and such would have done this, they would have. They're not going to give us that. Like, it's not going to be one because they're just going to be like, oh, it was a fluke. They can't do it again. Like, it's going to take us getting.
Do it twice, bro. They're gonna talk about it, though, bro. I feel
you got to get twice in a short span.
It might be the two because they're going to say, if we get one, they're going to say that shit lucky. If we get two back to back, we're going to be front page of the NFL.
Bro, and it's going to suck when we make it to a Super Bowl. All they're going to talk about is that 1 yard play. That 1 yard play, they're going to keep talking about that, bringing that up, and then, yes, they're going to talk about the other team. But, bro, I'm so sick of it.
Whoever we play, we finna beat the hell out of whoever play in the Super Bowl, bro. Because that 1 yard short shit, bro, going to get hella old for 2 weeks. And they're going to talk about the other team for 2 weeks, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? They ain't even going to talk about us. Like,
man, look, if we ever make it back to the Super Bowl in the near future, I hope whoever the coach is, hell, I'm going to go ahead and say it. I don't care who don't like it or not. I hope like hell is Mike Vrabel. And the only reason I hope like hell that it's Mike Vrabel is because I'm not with this, keep on firing and hiring coaches every 2 or 3 or 4 years or whatnot, man. We talked about that last week or whatnot. With a high turnover rate when it comes to the most important position. So I mean, I'm not gonna rant about that right there. But I mean, I hope like hell is Mike Vrabel, and I hope like hell he plays that 1 yard short shit all through the locker room, play it through practice, play it everywhere. Matter of fact, cut it on ESPN. Let them see what ESPN is talking about. I put all my money on it. ESPN ain't gonna be saying a damn thing about the Titans outside of how bad do you think the Titans will lose this game?
Bro, have you played?
There's two teams you don't want to play in the Super Bowl. That's the Atlanta Falcons and the Tennessee Titans. They had the two most embarrassing losses of all time in the Super Bowl, and they're going to get showed over and over again. It's going to give us all the motivation in the world.
But do you think that loss in the Super Bowl was embarrassing? Because, I mean, it was
ain't embarrassing. It's just heartbreaking. You feel me?
Yeah, that's the word.
Falcons is heartbreaking and embarrassing. Ours was just heartbreaking.
Exactly.
Yeah, because you couldn't get no closer than winning it. You can't be no closer than a yard away from winning the Super Bowl. Like that's it. But bro, even like I don't know if y'all's played franchise mode on Madden this year or not either. But if you take the Titans to the Super Bowl, all they talk about in Madden on the game is the 1 yard. Can they get past the 1 yard? I'm like, God, I can't even get away from it on Madden. This is some bullshit.
It's pretty ridiculous, man. And you got to think about this as well, man. The Titans were playing the greatest show on turf. Nobody expected the Titans to be in the Super Bowl. Meanwhile, Atlanta was the hottest team in the league. And although the Patriots had Tom Brady, people wasn't just looking at the Patriots like that. I mean, outside of Brady, they had what? Edelman. I mean, they had the guys on defense, but hell, the defense wasn't.
It wasn't their best Patriots team.
It definitely wasn't the best Patriots team.
The defense wasn't even that good either. I mean, Atlanta went up out there. What? Man, they was up. What was it? 28-3 or something in the third quarter, and then they messed around and blew their game. I mean, that game right there for Falcon fans, yeah, it's embarrassing and heartbreaking, but it's more embarrassing more than anything, man.
Yeah, look, that just shows you right there. Remember, I told y'all, I said the hardest Super Bowl to get is the first one. You think, I mean, a team like that Patriots team, a team like this Kansas City Chiefs team that just won the Super Bowl last year, they're not going to win.
Eagles.
You know what I'm saying? Like they're not getting to these Super Bowls. They're getting to these Super. They already been there, so it's like they're playing very loose in the playoffs because they've already done it. You get what I'm saying? We get to the playoffs and we're like, I don't want to fuck up. Like, you know what I'm saying?
This big ass monkey on our back, bro.
Yeah, it's like we're trying to get the monkey. They don't have no monkey. They're just in there playing their game. You get what I'm saying? Nothing phases them when they get to the playoffs. You get what I'm saying? Nothing phases Tom Brady when he gets there. And he's going to play a team that ain't never been there before. They're trying to win their first Super Bowl, and he's going to beat them. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Man, look, man. Firestone, give us the word for our sponsors, please, brother.
Yes, sir. This episode has been brought to you by Lions Den Beer Collection. They got all the best products for your luxury beer to take your beer to the next level. Game-changing products. They got soaps, they got balms, they got hair growth, and they got lip gloss coming out for the ladies here in the near future as well. And we know Christmas time is coming up, so ladies, fellas, go get your husband one, go get your dad one. Christmas time, what's better than a gift that's going to keep your beard looking nice, smelling nice, and attracting ladies or, making your mom happy. But LionsDenBeerCollection.com, use promo code Coliseum, get 25% off your order.
Yes, sir. Hey, got a question for y'all. Probably two questions. Y'all want to give them another topic?
What's the topic, man?
I'll read them off to y'all. And everybody watching, man, y'all let me know what y'all want to talk about for the last topic of the night. I actually got three lined up, man. I'm pretty sure y'all ain't gonna want to talk much about this first one. Hell, we can go ahead and talk about it right there and move to the other two. Man, Nissan Stadium is here to stay. The new stadium is Nissan Stadium. So there you go. Boom. The Titans Stadium is Nissan Stadium. Nissan Stadium 2.0, whatever you want to call it. Nissan and the Titans are going to be, linked together.
20 years.
20 years. Boom.
Yeah, bro. And let me say this too. Titans, stop trying to put this shit out like this was some big exciting ass news. Like, oh, we got some exciting news to announce Monday about the stadium. We was expecting something about season ticket holders. Not you telling us like, oh, the name's gonna be the same. That's the least thing we are worried about right now at Titans. We want to win some games. We want this offensive line fixed. We want to know what's gonna happen for the season ticket holders coming into this new stadium. We want to know what's gonna happen with tailgating next year when y'all start breaking ground. Those are exciting news as we was waiting to hear. Not, hey, it's still going to be Nissan Stadium. Not a single Titans fan was worried about what the stadium was going to be called when it's finally built. Please start focusing on some other stuff and stop trying to sell us some exciting ass news as Nissan Stadium.
What he said. So moving along, we got this we can talk about. What are your feelings going into our last rebuild versus your feelings going into this current rebuild? Or would you rather draft an elite wide receiver or an all-pro left tackle? What y'all want to talk about?
I want to talk about that last one.
Yeah, the draft. I'm with you.
Yeah, do that draft. We ain't talked about the draft. I don't hear you, so.
It's that time of year already for Titans fans. Let's start talking drafts.
Yeah, man. RJ, since you pretty much made the call, man. Man, would you take an elite wide receiver or an all-pro left tackle?
That's a tough one, man. And just because I know what elite wide receiver can do for your team. And I mean, you saw the Bengals chose that route. They went to the Super Bowl and they wound up losing because of the offensive line. But the fact that they got there, something that we haven't done in over 20 plus years, it speaks volumes. You know what I'm saying? Would they have got there without Jamar Chase? You know, and I just think about that. You know, so like I said, the only wide receiver in this draft that I say do not go at the left tackle and pick up is Marvin Harrison. He's the only one. If he's there, I say draft him. But if he's not, go left tackle. That's the only wide receiver. He has to be that good for me to draft. You know what I'm saying? A wide receiver over a left tackle.
Man, I think Dalvin Brown trying to get drafted. Man, he said we need a corner more than a receiver. Hey. Can you play corner? Matter of fact, can you block? That's what we need you for. We need you on that offensive line, man. I don't want to judge.
Gain some weight.
No, I ain't even gonna say that, man, because I mean, like I said, man, this the NFL, man. We can put him on a workout plan, and you know, if he got that good technique, shoot, he could probably even play tight end. I don't know. What can you do to help us, bro? Let us know, and we'll pass the word along to some people, because I mean, we do got, you know what I'm saying, a couple of ride the field. I ain't gonna say too much, but we can make some things happen, man. But,
He said I'm 180. He said I'm 180. Nah, bro. That's like putting Tyreek Hill out there to block some people. We get blown up all day. But I mean, I'm with RJ on that. If Marvin Harrison Jr. is there, we got to go take him. We just have to. Like, he's too much of a special talent that I believe that's going to come into this league, that you just can't pass on him and let him come out and be something when the opportunity was there for us after the whole AJ thing or situation. So Marvin Harrison Jr. got to be the only one you go after. Outside of that, as much as I hate it, we gotta go offensive line in that first round. But because I don't see really any DBs that's actually, you know, worthy taking over a offensive lineman at this point right now. Because like we said earlier, I think the offensive line has to be fixed first, and then that'll help the DB situation because they're not going to be on the field as much. But yeah, it got to be Marvin Harrison Jr. if he's there for us. If not, then we got to go offensive line.
Man, I pretty much agree with both of y'all, man. I mean, shoot, Marvin Harrison Jr., I mean, he just so much of a special player. I mean, you can't pass up on that. I don't want to say Calvin Johnson, because, you know, Calvin Johnson is a Hall of Famer. And truth be told, hell, we honestly don't know what Marvin Harrison Jones is going to be. But, I mean, shoot, man, this guy right here, I mean, draft-wise or whatever, I mean, shoot, he got that same type of height Calvin Jones. Did I say Calvin Johnson had coming in, man? I mean, everybody just knew, like, yeah, this dude right here gonna be legit. He gonna be that guy. I mean, they talked about, you know, him being at Georgia Tech, with, you know, Georgia Tech running the ball 95% at a time. But people weren't even just so much concerned about that, because that dude right there was just that damn good. And Marvin Harrison Jr., he falls into that same ballpark. And man, you can't pass on that. So Marvin Harrison Jr., but if not a left tackle, hold on, Firestone, because I want to, you know, get to something D9 said. But do we have a quarterback? I can't say we got our franchise quarterback. I can't say we got our quarterback for the next 10 years. But in the NFL, ain't nobody thinking that far ahead. They just thinking about the next daggone season. And from what Will Levis has shown me right now, going into, you know, next season, I feel like he's worthy enough of giving him a shot, putting a team around him, and see what he can do. But I'm not going to disregard what you just said, because at the same time, we know how crazy the draft could get. And one of those quarterbacks could be sitting there, depending on where the Titans pick. But one of those quarterbacks could be sitting there. So they definitely have to do their due diligence on the situation. I mean, I say, shoot, if Will Levis continues to look good, don't even worry about drafting no quarterback. But at the same time, the people inside the Titans facility, they get paid to do a job. And their job is to scout these players, leave no stone unturned. So that's the most important position in football. So they most definitely got to do their due diligence before they carry through with that pick. Firestone, what was you gonna say, brother? My bad.
I was just gonna say, can you imagine how sick Colts fans would be having to see Marvin Harrison line up against them in a Titans uniform, or Marvin Harrison Jr. in a Titans uniform, knowing their dad is one of their legends in the Colts Ring of Honor and Hall of Fame and all, bruh. It would be so nice because we would have the Houston Oilers jerseys, and that would aggravate Texans. Then we could have Marvin Harrison Jr. that would aggravate the Colts, bro. We just need something from the Jags to get them ruffled up feathers.
Facts, man. Facts. My dog Sneed actually brought up a good point. But what if the top two offensive tackle prospects are gone too? Because they could very well be gone, man.
I don't think so. I think the teams that, if the draft is looking like how it's going to lay out right now, I think that we'll at least have a shot at one of the top offensive prospects, because everybody else ahead of us kind of is not hurting the offensive line as bad as we are, and I think they're they're too tempted to go at some of the more flashier players and skill positions.
Yeah, man. Shoot, man. Shoot, man. I want either left tackle or wide receiver. But what are the corners looking like this year, RJ?
Corners, I say wait to the second round, man. On Kool-Aid, really like Kool-Aid and a couple. I think another corner probably be the first round, but I say wait to the second round, get a corner, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, I from what I saw, man, I'm not too much, feeling the cornerback class like I was last year or whatnot. This wide receiver class, I mean, it looks like it's going to be deep. I don't know how deep the quarterback class is going to be, but I mean, quarterback. I mean, we probably not going to end up drafting no quarterback. As far as left tackle, I don't think it's deep for left tackles, but I do think it's deep for right tackles, in which we can use a right tackle too, because let's keep it real. Hubbard been up out there getting tossed around these last couple of weeks. And even with that, I mean, we didn't look for much out of Chris Hubbard, man. I mean, we just brought him along to fill a hole, but we're eventually going to replace him. So, I mean, in those, later rounds or whatnot, I hope like hell we don't end up using a very high draft pick on a right tackle. I mean, I don't know how I feel if we end up drafting the one in the second round. I mean, sure, we need the help, but good God alive, this team has got to get faster at skill positions.
Yeah, no, I think that first round you go left tackle, wide receiver, depending if Marvin Harrison Jones Jr. is there, and then if not, second round you're gonna go DB, like RJ said. But I know RJ's having to get going, so y'all want to go ahead and jump into them predictions.
Oh yeah, man, let's go ahead and get this thing rocking, man. We're finna turn up on a Friday night, man. I ain't gonna make it home tonight, baby. Don't kill me. No, let me quit playing. But nah, man. I'll go ahead. Since I'm running my mouth right now, I'll go ahead and start it off with the predictions for this game. Honest to God, true. Like I said earlier, I agree with Firestone. Nervously optimistic about this game, and man, I feel, good God, it's just so tricky with this offensive line, man. I'll say this, okay. If the Titans win the toss and they decide to defer and send the defense out there first, I feel like the defense could come out there on fire and assert themselves, and the offense could possibly feed off of that, because even though this offensive line sucks, they hate to suck. I mean, they professional athletes. They want to come out there and maul people around. They don't want to be up out there losing and getting their ass whooped or whatnot. But I feel like if the defense hit that field first, some of that energy is going to rub off on the offense, and they can mess around and sneak Jacksonville. So I'll say this. I'm hoping the Titans get the ball first. Win that coin toss. Win that coin toss, and the defense gets on the field first. And if they do that, they get to Trevor Lawrence, shake Trevor Lawrence up early. They gonna win this football game, man. Because like RJ said, the Jags are overrated. And man, honest to God, truth, man, I see this team. They gonna continue to fight. They gonna win another game. And I'm gonna say, out of all the rivals, they gonna sneak all three of them. I'm gonna make a prediction on them. They gonna sneak all of them. The Titans is not gonna get swept in the division. They gonna win this Sunday against Jacksonville. That's gonna be their only road win. I said they wasn't gonna win another road game, but that's gonna be their only road win this year. They gonna beat Indy at home. They gonna beat the Texans at home. So I got the Titans this weekend to win this game, man. I'm gonna take them 24-21.
Whew. Okay, you more than nervously optimistic. You optimistic. Man, for me, man, I'm a Titans fan. You know me, diehard and everything. But just seeing how the team is, seeing and understanding what people's weaknesses are, it don't seem like this is one of those games that's going to go our way for us. They have too much of a built-up of a chip. People's been hyping them up coming to this. They just got their ass whooped and exposed. They're at home. Doug Peterson knows how to play against Vrabel. This offensive line is atrocious. Our DBs can't get off the field on third downs. We're missing our best DB for them to take advantage. Trevor Lawrence and Christian Kirk are just got that chemistry this year. So for me, I just see this, everything's kind of continued to stack our way in a negative light, and it's 24-10 Jags.
No, a little bit of a different take from Firestone.
Let's see, man. Go ahead. Let me go and close this one out, man. Look, the Titans, man. I think they're gonna play better on the O-line today. I just don't think they can play any worse than what they played against Tampa Bay. I just don't feel like that the Jacksonville front seven is as good as Tampa Bay's. Like, they don't have Devin White and Lamonte David, but they do got some good pieces on that front seven. Yeah. But like I said, I feel like we're gonna block better this game, but we're still gonna give us some sacks. We're still gonna give us some plays. Will Levis is gonna make a couple good plays this game, but I'm just not feeling it, man. We're on the road, which we struggled on. Two, like, we can't really run Derrick Henry against any good team because the offensive line is just not that good.
And their run defense is good. They only let Christian McCaffrey average 3 yards a carry against them, bro. So exactly. And that's with a good offensive line.
We're still popping them, though.
Bro, but still, if Derrick Henry's only averaging 3, we're not winning that game.
And I'll just look at it like this, man. Will Levis gonna make some plays, but he can only do so much without a run game. You know what I'm saying? And right now in his career. And I'll say this though, man. I think we go in there, we're gonna play competitive. It's gonna be a scrappy game. I got the Jaguars getting us 19-16.
Field goal game.
You mean to tell me I'm the only one that's thinking the Titans is going to win outside of me and Delvin?
Bro, when the Jags love to pass and our defense can't cover and they get the ball out of their hands pretty quick, that doesn't look for a great day for us. And we can't get to the QB and we can't pass protect, and Jaguars love the blitz, bro. It's just trying to understand, like, I'm hopeful, I'm going to be rooting, I'm going to be screaming, I'm going to be pissed if we lose. But it just seems like, bro, where they excel at is our negatives, and that never turns out good for a team.
Man, look, y'all, man. Thank y'all for joining us tonight, man. We really do appreciate it. Like I said, make sure you like, share, subscribe, tell a friend about us, all that good stuff, man. Firestone, give us a word from our sponsors, man.
Yeah, this show is brought to you by Lions Den Beer Collection. Make sure you go lionsdenbeercollection.com. Use promo code Coliseum. Get 25% off your order. Get your beer game. Step your beer game up. Get it looking like mine. Lionsdenbeercollection.com. Coliseum. Promo code Coliseum. 25% off.
RJ, you got anything you want to say before we ride our homeboy?
Yeah, I know I pick against the Titans, man, but let's go and get this win on Sunday, man. You know
Man,
what
we
I'm
trying
saying?
to get this win this Sunday, man. F them draft picks. Tighten the fuck up. Let's go.